Now that we have our sequences aligned, we can confidently bring them into Mesquite to build our tree and then to start to investigate whether or not this Florida dentist actually infected his patients with HIV. That's the whole point of this case study. So, to do this in Mesquite, first of all, I learned if you go to the edit and then font size, we can at least make the font size something way more readable, which is pretty awesome. I'll even make it a little bit bigger and this only works for the current window that you're working in, so you'll have to do this multiple times as you're working. So, we are now in Mesquite. We want to open a file, and the file that we want to open is that alignment file that we just downloaded from um, the GenBank, no, from the muscle sequence alignment. And so that is this for me, the Florida Dentist Aligned Sequences text file. I just did that at 6 o'clock, and so that's my most recent. I'm going to open it. We specifically had them export into the FASTA format, so we're going to choose that. And then now it is asking us to save it in the mesquite.nex format, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take out that .txt and just leave the .nex, and then we're going to say save. And now this should look familiar. This is a matrix like we created for our little command-maculae. And you'll notice that for me, because I went back in and I added the name after that caret for patient D and the control and what have you. If you just have these numbers or you just have the accession numbers, you are going to want to go in and make sure you do some renaming in here, right? So you can make sure that it reads something reasonable, because you're going to need, when you make the tree, you're going to need to know if it's patient D or if it's patient A or if it's the dentist. And so make sure you clean up these names in a way that works for you. You don't have to have all the different sequence information. One thing might be just to leave the patient like letter as well as that accession number might be one kind of easier way, so that in case somebody else is looking at this, they could go back into GenBank and grab that information. I think that might be a nice way. So something like this, patient D and the accession number. And so if you did that with each of these, then you would have nice clean data. So go ahead and clean those data up and then come back and we'll make our tree.